thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed to my channel so far. I just hit 2,000 subscribers, and for some YouTubers that may be a small number, but for me it's really good, because when I started my journey I honestly didn't think that anyone would watch my videos or be interested, but I just wanted to make videos so that I can look back on my experiences like in a few years. And I'm just so happy right now because people are genuinely interested, and I've motivated some people to move out to Asia, so for me that's a big thing. Thank you so much. Now I want you guys to know what it's been like since I've come back home. Like, so I was in Vietnam for almost a year and a half, and now I'm back home in London, and London's weird. Like, everything is just different but the same, but then different. Basically, I want to tell you guys 10 things that have just been completely different since I've been back. So my reverse culture shock experience. Guys, I can find my size. Do you know how nice it is to be able to go into a shop? You just feel like some retail therapy, and you just want to find a cute dress, a nice top, a pair of jeans that fit. In Vietnam, I think I went shopping a total of 3 times, and those 3 times I knew I wouldn't find anything, but I just went because I thought, oh, today might be my lucky day, I'm gonna find some extra plus size clothes. And no, all 3 times were a fail. Asia is really it's a different ball game. Like, the girls there are really petite. I wouldn't say everyone, but I'd say about 85% of them are really, really tiny. They're really lucky. Unfortunately, my body ain't built like that. So I would say if you're anything over a size, even a 12, they're trying to ruin my video. If you're over a size 12, you're considered big, fat. Yeah, it's a shame, but it's the truth. Yeah, the clothes out there are really small, and it's really hard. If you're from Vietnam, it's really difficult to find plus size clothing. Being back home is just really nice. Like, I don't have to worry about having to go to a tailor to have my stuff made. So I'm just gonna say this now because I think a lot of you didn't catch it in my previous video. I'm going back to Vietnam in a few weeks, so I'm doing a massive shop before I go, so I just avoid any of that. And it's quite annoying because I feel like I didn't look cute for a whole year because I was wearing the same clothes that I left with, or like, I did get some stuff made, but I was wearing the same clothes for a while. Like, guys, I can speak English. It's been so nice to just come back home and speak English without getting a headache. I think while I was there, I could translate. I could speak to people, like the basics. Like, I could get around, I could give directions, I can say, like, if I wanted chicken or beef, I could say that. I'm talking about like food places, but like, you know, when you could just say the basics and you can get by. But it would always feel like a headache. And if you do go to a country that's like their first language isn't English, you need to get your Google Translate out. So me and Google Translate were best friends, but since I've been back, it's been so nice just being able to speak English. But one thing I would say is that I feel like my English skills have gone down the drain. Like, sometimes I just say things, I'm just like, what did I just say? Like, what English is that even English? Like, my grammar, everything is just like gone. Shoes in the house, guys. Oh my goodness. So in Vietnam, in most Asian countries anyway, you don't wear shoes in the house. You don't even wear shoes in some restaurants, spas, what else? Shops. Yeah, there were loads of shops that we went to actually where you couldn't wear your shoes inside of people's shops because they literally like will get on the floor and clean the floor with their hands, or they're just like super clean with their floors. Like in Vietnam, I do know at the end of the day, like, they will literally like wash their floors, like scrub. And I see people just freely walking around with their shoes on, especially on carpet. There's something about shoes on carpet now that makes me feel really sick. Like, I think it's really disgusting. But I don't know. I guess it's the culture here or in other places in the world. It's just, I mean, before I did it as well, so I guess I can't be that shocked. But because I've been doing it so much, even in my apartment, I remember Josh. Sorry, Josh, I gotta bring you out for a second. Josh used to accidentally forget to take off his shoes in my apartment, and I would literally make him walk, like run right back to the door, take your shoes off in my apartment. I just think it's disgusting now. Yeah, I guess it's something that I've got to get used to. Small talk. So I was saying to you guys before, I can speak to everyone in English and it's super duper nice. But when you haven't seen people in a very long time, they ask you what you've been up to and you tell them, oh, I've been away, blah, 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 it's been really nice. People will ask you about your experiences, but really and truly, they don't care. Does that make sense? They will want to know everything just to say they've asked, but they're really not interested. And I don't know, I still find that really weird, but I can kind of gauge like who's interested and who's not really interested, so that will kind of determine where the conversation is going. If I can tell that you're not interested, I'll be like, it was great. How's your time been here? I just don't have time. For those of you that have not started your journey yet with traveling abroad or like moving away from home, you need to know that while you're away, life goes on. And I know that sounds really obvious, but life really does go on. You'll have friends, you'll have family that have literally been living their best life just the same way you've been living your best life. And I feel like I would speak to some of my friends, but not as often as I probably would have liked, and probably with the time difference as well, I'd like put it off a lot. So I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll call them tomorrow, or they'll be like, yeah, we'll catch up soon, and then life just like literally goes on, and then time goes on, and then when you get back, it's just kind of awkward, like, oh, I haven't spoken to this person in so long. Like, okay, so are we supposed to meet up are we supposed to meet up? What are we going to talk about? Is it going to be weird? The friendships kind of like fizzled out, and that's gonna happen. Like, friendships will fizzle out, and you'll realize while you're abroad who your real true friends are. Like, if you don't necessarily have to speak to them every day, but you'll know who your true friends are. If we are supposed to be friends, if we are supposed to be friends, then we will be friends. It's just very expensive, and I just really don't understand why. So now Uber is my best friend. I tried Uber Pool for the first time the other day, and it was actually really good. Luckily so far I've only been in a car with like people twice, which isn't that bad. So Uber Pool, for those of you that don't know, it's basically just a cheaper Uber ride, but like you'll be in a car with other people. Like the driver will pick other people up, but they'll calculate your journeys and see who's going like on the same route, blah blah blah. But sometimes you won't get anyone that will join your ride, which is really cool. But so far, yeah, Uber Pool's been a lifesaver. And wine is so good, being back home and being able to drink different types of delicious wine. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I really like wine. Like, I really like wine. And in Vietnam, the wine is trash. Like, the wine is very trash. Delat wine, I mean, I would drink it because it was there, it was available, it was cheap, but it was trash. Passion wine was quite nice, but I just don't understand why there's not that many options. And here I can drink anything I want. Cheap wine, expensive wine, good wine, bad wine, it's wine. But what I have noticed since I've been back is that I'm now a lightweight, guys. I'm just a lightweight, and it's actually really scary because while I was in Vietnam, I was just drinking beer. And I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but they like beer. Like, beer is their thing. I don't know why, but yeah, beer is their thing. And I miss my Saigon red, Saigon green, my ba ba ba. I would actually, in the beginning, a lot of people were like, oh, I don't drink beer. And then you see us, let's go to this place, let's get some beers. I'll just have like a few beers in my fridge. Like, it's actually really crazy. Ugh, it kind of sounds kind of a chavvy, but whatever. It's just a culture out there, which is really funny. Yeah, so I'm now a lightweight because I got used to drinking only beers, and the percentage in alcohol is not that high. So now when I drink wine, when I drink spirits, head gone, like, just no, just it's not for me. So now I try my best not to mix drinks. try not to drink like I'm crazy, or try not to drink like I'm the biggest man in the world, because that's what I used to do and those days are gone. I love wine, but do you want to know what I love more? Food. Whew, let's take a moment. Guys, I really like food, and I didn't think, I didn't even know I liked food this much until I came back home. I've been eating so much African food, guys. It's just been amazing. I've been eating all kinds of soups. My favorite, granite soup. Ooh, rice sticks, bench. Basically every kind of Sierra Leonean food. Plus other African food too, but every single kind of Sierra Leonean food that you can think of. I've been eating plasas, okra soup. If you guys just knew. I've put on so much weight since I've been back. It's disgusting. But my mouth is watering. But for some reason I actually don't care. Like, I need to get snatched because when I go back I'm going to Bali, but right now I'm just like, oh my gosh, the food is just it's so good. Even though I like/love Vietnamese food, it got a bit repetitive for me, and there was a point towards the end where I was only eating Western food. Got tired of eating soups, and not soups but eating pho, eating bún chả. Bún chả is actually my favorite Vietnamese dish, by the way. That and mì dao ba. I know I'm not saying that right because I always get corrected, but you know what I mean. So those two are my favorite, but I did get tired of eating them just because it felt like the same thing and the same smells, and just, yeah, it got a bit overwhelming. So I'm gonna say that I really miss Vietnam. Like, I did not think I would miss Vietnam this much. I left Vietnam because I really missed home, but I realized I didn't really miss home, I missed my family. And now that I've seen them, I've been here for a few weeks now, I want to leave. Like, I'm good, like I'm content, I'm very happy. I've had an amazing time here. I've got a few weeks left, so I'm making the most out of my time here. But I really miss Vietnam. I miss the culture, I miss the lifestyle, I miss the food, surprisingly. I miss my friends, and I also miss having my own space. Obviously, because in London rent here is so expensive, ridiculously expensive. I can't afford at the moment to live in my own apartment, so I just don't have the space that I think I need. So that's one reason why I personally just wouldn't even stay in London at the moment. I'm just used to having my own apartment and my own space, so Vietnam just makes sense for me at the moment, and I really miss it. I'm planning on doing a meet and greet and a welcome back party when I come back around mid-June. I'll be back at the end of May. If anyone is going to be in Vietnam mid-June, leave a comment down below, email me, Instagram DM me, and I will invite you to the turn up. Guys, you already know, like, my turn ups are always lit. The reason why I'm going back to Vietnam is because my leaving party was so good. So if you want to come, let me know, leave a comment down below. Keep saying to you guys to leave me any suggestions, comments down below. If you'd like to see anything from moi, let me know. I can't wait to go back to Vietnam, like I've said a million times already. I'm gonna see Josh. I'm so excited to see him. I'm in Bali. That's where we're gonna see each other. I think that's all for now. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.